Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, everybody. Shana. Good morning. Buenos dias. Bonjour. Hello, world. We are back. Actually, I am back. The boys is back. The cameras have been on for quite a while. Have been out there. I just wanted to see a little bit of the action live, so I could give you a little bit of better understanding on what goes on. We had nearly the first 300 game very early in the morning. Nico Oksanen from Finland, he shot 299, followed by a 189, but now in game 3 he shot 267, so he's on an incredible high pace scoring with a 755 after 3. That's 250 average. And as I posted on my Instagram, as soon as he shot 299, maybe it's not the pattern. Maybe it's what we are doing to it that's making the lanes a little bit tougher. So, is there a minimum age to participate? I would say as much as you can carry a bowling ball and make it roll through the lane. So if you are 3 or 4 or 5 and you manage to survive, now when I'm just early morning joke. It's no minimum age, it's no maximum age. It's an open event for everybody who wants to participate and be a part of it. And okay, we have 3 games on this early squad of this Saturday in Sweden, Helsingborg. And the scores are as follow. Nico Oksanen, 755. Robin Norberg, 689. Very similar path as Nico. Robin has 238 on game 1, 196 on game 2, 255 on game 3. On third place, we find Thomas Kaiko with 49 over, 234, 214, 201. Fourth is Kyle Trupp with 223, 258, and a little bit of a lower game on lanes. I believe it was 7-8. He shot 159. Fifth position is Anton Andersson with 629. Justin Knowles, 621. Czech Republic, Michel Mares, 617. German Dennis Grunheit, 612. And Gary Haynes, 610. Ronnie Leskinen, 608, is on the 10th position. And the last bowler who is above par is Jonas Dons from Denmark, 606, with a very nice recovery. Jonas started with a low game of 141, but after that he shot 209 and 256. So about 50 pins higher average game after game. If he carries to go that way, he's going to score a lot, definitely. Bowlers that we have on the lane that are pretty interesting to look at. We actually have the leader, Nico Oksanen, in lanes 1 and 2. So that's the first camera. He's bowling over there with Daniel McEwen from the professional women's American Tour. Then we have Justin Knowles, we have Alex Jockey, and we have Kyle Trupp. So it's quite an interesting camera to watch on lane 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, we actually have a fall. Somebody's fallen on the lane 3. It looks like she's okay. Elena from Belgium. This one, but we never like to see this kind of things. It was quite humid yesterday here in Helsingborg. It may be still a little bit of humidity left on the weather, and that causes the approaches to be a little bit more grippy than we are used to, a little bit more, you can get a little bit more stuck than usual. Let's carry on. Lanes 5, 6, 7, 8, we find Carl Eklund, Juho Boppola, Gary Haynes, Jenny from Norway. She was bowling unbelievably good a few weeks ago in this same bowling center for the World Cup under 21. Also on those cameras, 5, 6, 7, 8, we find Thomas Kaiko, we find, let me see, Karo Hilokoski, Wilmer Kvarnström, and Dennis Grunheit. Moving forward, 9-10, we find Martin, Ronnie, Emil, and Michael. Then 11 and 12, we find Jonas, Anton Andersson. It's quite some action. It's a full squad again. It's squad number 1 in the morning. It's going to be another 3 more to go. It's the last day on the qualifying round. And the final start tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. 55 bowlers will be bowling that final on Sunday at the PBA event in Sweden. The only PBA event that's going to be bowled outside of the United States. It's 100% official. And if the winner on Sunday has a PBA membership, it's going to be an official PBA title. So I say good morning to everybody who's joining us. Feel free to talk, feel free to ask questions, feel free to say whatever you want to say. And if you have not done it yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's 100% free. That's going to help us keep everything absolutely free. It's going to be a lot more broadcasting going on, not only everything on this tournament until the very last frame of it, but also some PBA Sweden regional on the season 2026, and obviously the Swedish National League, which is also something you don't want to miss. A lot of talent, a lot of amazing bowlers. We have some PBA guys coming and bowl this Swedish National League, so you don't want to miss a piece of the action. Okay, lane 19 and 20, we find Martin Larsen. He's giving name to the event. Martin has found a free spot this morning. He's been working a lot during the week. It cannot be easy to be bowling when you are taking care of so many people and so many things at the same time. But he's giving his best, and we all know Martin, not only super talented, but a very kind guy. So we wish him some fun at least. On this same pair with him, we find Jarno Lahti from Finland. He's also a very talented bowler. And game 4 usually is one of the tough ones. It's where transition is completely in the lanes. The line keeps pushing you deeper and deeper, and sometimes you end up having no room. You don't have anywhere to go. So what you have to manage is to make the ball skid through the front part of the lane. So you don't want to overgrip it. You don't want to definitely use strong cover stocks and strong cores on the balls, even if some people still haven't found out. But they have 3 more squads, so maybe they find the answer before it's over. Otherwise, they'll have to wait for next season. Now, people doing okay. Lane 1 and 2, our leader of the squad, Nico Oksanen, 155 over, strike 9 spare, strike 9 spare, double. Kyle Trubb bowling on 3 and 4, strike 9 spare, triple 9 spare. If I want to find somebody else doing okay, I need to move all the way to lanes 9 and 10. We find there Martin Bergstrand with triple, spare, strike, 9 spare. Ronnie Leksinen, double 9 spare strike, couple of spares and a strike. And Mikael Mares, triple, 9 spare, triple. Moving on to 11 and 12, we find Jonas Dons with double, spare, triple, 9 spare, strike. Bowling on that same pair, Anton Andersson, spare, strike, spare, triple, 9 spare, strike. Excuse me. On 13 and 14, just one open frame for Mario Del Gaudio, but a 4-bagger. So he's on the pace of a high game. If he keeps striking, he's going for the 10th frame. Now that was a little bit to the left of the head pin, so he's got the 6 pin, but still gonna be above par. Moving on, 15 and 16, we had Thomas McNeil with the triple, but he just left the split. And on lane 19 and 20, Jarn Olatti is 9 miss for start, but then 4 bugger, 9 spare, strike 9 spare. Nico on lane 1 managed to do a triple. He's gonna take a shot now on lane 2. And if he carries that scoring pace he has at the moment, he could be the second bowler to score the magic number. I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say it's more than 1300 and a little bit less than 1500. So you can guess which number it is. But every time I set the number, they screwed up. So let's see what happens with Nico. Bowling his 8th frame on that game number 4. Yes, he got another one. Body language says he's on fire. He's feeling happy, feeling confident, and definitely is scoring really, really high. I'm going to say again, 299 on game 1, 189 on game 2, 267 on game 3. So it looks like when he finds the lane, he really scores high, and he seems to be on the right spot on this lane at the moment, or this pair. So we can expect him to go for a high game again. On 3 and 4, if you're watching on that camera as well, you find Kyle Troop just made a double again. Kyle struggled a lot on the previous game. He bowled on lanes 7 and 8, which I happened to see the whole game because I was standing right behind in the bar. It sounds like I was drinking a beer. No, the bar, I mean, I was inside the bar desk in the bowling alley, which is behind lanes 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could see the action. He tried 3 different balls during that game. He left the 210 a couple of times. He had a solid 9 on the 10th frame. Sorry, the 9th frame. And yeah, it's what it is. Sometimes you cannot really escape those bad moments. It's not that he bowled a bad game. He just didn't score. He had, as I said, a couple of bad splits and a couple of bad breaks, and that cost him to shoot 159. But Kyle is back on track, triple, double. He can strike out now on the 10th for a game of 248, and that would put him back into 88 over for 4, which is quite good. Current cat is 86 plus. We have only 4 squats to go, so it looks like both me and Robert Anderson at the beginning of the week were way too optimistic. Robert said maybe 130 over for the cat. I said 150 over, so I was way more optimistic than him. But that's the way things are going at the moment. Pretty soon we're going to be done with the game number 4, and I'll update the results and the ranking for you. In the meantime, I'm going to focus on cameras on lane 1, 2, 3, and 4 to see how Nico Oksanen manages to do on the last frame of this 4th game, and find out if he makes it all the way up to 200 over after 4. Okay, lane 3 and 4, Kyle Trapp entering the 10th frame, looking for another strike for a potential 248. He kind of overgripped it a little bit. He flew the ball a little bit deeper. It's very sensitive. We can see as soon as you do something slightly different on your release or your shot, it doesn't pay out as well. Okay, people in the chat, Joni Magnusson, morning to you also. Morning, Joni Magnusson. Matt Jacks, I think Nico has a little something figured out. Yeah, it looks like he's more than little something. It looks like it's like reading the text on the pyramids and discovering why we are here. Xavi Taribó, buen día, Chatu. Una abrazada forte. Suttinen, dear commentator, thank you once more for trying to pronounce all various foreign names correctly, especially our Finnish names. When you master Thomas' surname Kaiko, I'll buy you a big beer. Okay, so this one, this one, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go out later on and ask Thomas himself. Let me know how to pronounce your name properly. Okay, I have a little bit of help. Hopefully, I'm a little bit closer now. Keiko. So Thomas Keiko. Cake. It's not easy. Definitely that one. It's like number 7 in Swedish. It took me quite a while. I'm gonna keep on practicing. So Kyle Trapp 223 to end up the game. 863. Open frame for Nico on lane 2. Sad to see. Tom Tom Ben Ben, the poor girl fell on the lane in the 7th frame on lane 3. Same spot that's gonna stumble on. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly at the same spot. They have addressed the lane, but as I said, it's a little bit more humid this morning, so it could be one of the factors. Now it is an open frame. But it's a quite a high game again for Nico. It's 220 something when you get such a big split on the 10th frame. Obviously, it's not the happiest moment of the day, but it definitely was better than game 2, and it keeps going pretty high. It's currently sitting with 977. That should give him like a lot of calm for the last 2 games. With 177 over, you're going to make it into step 2 directly. So no issues for Nico anymore. Just keep on going, keep on doing the things the right way, and keep fighting. Back in the gutter says, go Nico Oxenen. Absolutely, he's doing unbelievable. He's probably getting all those positive vibes you are sending, and he's looking super strong. I must say, he's looking super, super strong. Just so you know, I'm keep trying to do that Kaikö and Kaikö in my brain, but it's gonna be a tough one. I mean, especially for a guy from Barcelona, Latin language user. But I'll keep on doing my best to try to say their names properly. Especially, it's not easy when there are so many bowlers from so many different countries. I guess it sounds a little bit like when you watch football and in a different country and you listen to the different names they give the players you know from your hometown. My name as well over here, I've been called Louis, Loy, Louis. So, and I've been coming here for 25 years. They still don't know how to say my name. It's not that hard. Luis. You see, it's quite different than what they say. But I'm used to it. No worries. Lobo to me, Nico with 977, first 4 is new tournament best, beating Trevor Roberts 976. Trevor had 468 last 2 games. So we're going to have to see what is Nico able to do. Lobo to me, thank you for being there over there. It's very nice to have you around. You're always giving us very cool stats. And that is helping a lot on this streaming. So I truly appreciate you being around, buddy. Thank you so much. Now my big technician guy is back in town. We're gonna get the scores. Yeah, I stole it from you because I couldn't read the chat and I moved that a little bit. Sorry, buddy. I'm making my technician lives a little bit harder. That's my specialty, you know. Make people's life a little bit tougher, especially early in the morning, which is even more annoying. All right, here we go. Game five. Just a couple of games until we end this first squad on Saturday morning, last day on the qualifying round for the Storm Lucky Larsens Masters 2025 official PBA event, the only one outside the United States. We have a lot of professional bowlers over here. We have a lot of contenders. Is that properly way? Contenders competing, trying to get the best, to beat the best bowlers in the planet. It's a lot of talent, especially many bowlers from the north of Europe, Germany, Denmark, Finland, and obviously Sverige. And we find some very talented bowlers also from Italy, Czech Republic, Slovenia. Those countries are growing pretty fast. They're getting better and better. And that proves if you do the things the right way, it doesn't really matter if your federation and the country level is not as high. If you work properly and you do the things the right way, you can bring out a new generation of good bowlers and with enough talent to compete with the best bowlers in the planet. So, results after 4 games. Nico Oksanen from Finland, 977, 299, 189, 267, 222. Nico is now bowling on lanes 5 and 6. That is a little bit of a tricky pair. I've been told by quite a few bowlers. I believe it was Ryan himself yesterday that he said 5 and 6 was a little bit tricky for him. So we're going to keep an eye on Nico to see what he can do on that particular pair. Then we find Kyle Trupp on the second position with 863, games of 223, 258, 159, 223. Now Kyle is bowling on lanes 19 and 20. That is also a little bit of a tricky pair. He made a strike on the first one. Now he left 4-9 on lane 20. I've been told and I've seen that it looks like lane 20 usually hooks a little bit more than 19. So we will see if Kyle makes a little bit of an adjustment or if he just already did, but still the ball got a little bit too deep in the bucket. Third place, oh, here we go again, Thomas Kaikö. 836 for Thomas, 234, 214, 201, 187. So Thomas is going in the wrong direction. 20 pins drop game after game, 230, 210, 200, 187. Hopefully he finds a way to overcome that one and get a couple of high games to end up this squad. Right after Thomas we have Anton Andersson with 33 over. Then we have another Finnish guy, Roni Leskinen, 832. 165, 236, 207, 224. So Ronnie started the squad a little bit low, but then is doing quite okay. He needs a couple of strong games to end up this squad. Let me remind you, games 5 and 6, it's turbo games. So even if your overall squad after 6 games is not high enough, if you manage to do a very high game on 5 or 6, and you get the highest score over there, that would give you a spot in the final. The current leaders on the turbo, they are around 277. So that means you need to do at least 279 or a 280 or 290, or obviously a 300 game. If you make a 300 game, not only are you going to be happy because of that, but no one else is going to beat that score later on. They could tie it, but I believe the first one to do it is the first one who would make it. I'm going to make sure to ask when Daniel comes back. He knows the rules much better than I do, but I believe that would be the case. Let me keep on talking. After Roni Leskinen, we find the Czech Republic, Mikael Mares, or Mares, or yeah, this one is hard. Uh, 832 for him, 244, 173, 200, and 215. Then we find Danish guy Jonas Dons, 17 over. Justin Knowles, 15 over. Gary Haynes, 12 over. And Thomas McNeil at the par. And the first girl in the squad at the moment, it's Norwegian guy, Jenny Mattisen with 761. So 191, 180, 196, 194. No low gains for her, but she needs to do a little bit of a higher on the last two. Remember the ladies' gateway. It's currently for Peppi Constery on the second spot with, I believe it was 1228, and Nora Johansson on the lead with 1234. It's a very demanding pattern for women. It's not easy to get the right speed on the ball, not easy to generate enough angle on the back. And while I was telling you, I can explain. I was looking at lane 19 and 20. 20 to be specific. Kyle Trupp was taking his second attempt on lane 20. He left the 4-9 on the previous shot. He probably adjusted a little bit. Now the ball was short in the pocket, and he left the 2-8-10. His body language was not the happiest I have seen on Kyle, but he is up there with 60 over, so I hope he remains in calm and he finds a way to at least save the par on these games, find a way to do a few strikes and just go for it on the last one. People doing okay. Lane 11 and 12, Thomas McNeil, front 5. Lanes 5 and 6, Czech Republic, Mikael Mares, first three bagger. 13 and 14, Roni Leksinen, Leskinen. Why is it different on the score over there? That's why it sounds bad in my ear. Well, anyway, Roni's got the front 3. We have some more people talking. John Moore, I've been watching your stream many days this week from the United Kingdom, but I have never seen so many gutter balls in such a high-class tournament. No, it's true. And how about how many times we have seen taking the 6 and the 9? That is something you see once every many events. And this one, I would say, every squad I've seen somebody taking, if not the 6-9, 6-9-10, but specifically the 6-9, you know, that 2-pin count. That one I've seen every day at least once. Thanks for following, by the way, John Moore. Send you a hack from Sweden. Then Lobotomy says Nico is really good. Here's still hoping he will finish strong. Yes, let's hope so. Let's see if we can get another very high scoring for him in the last couple of games and give some company to Trevor up there on the top of the event. Tom Ben, Nico lost a lot of count on the open 10 frame too. Trop needs a big finish to get in. He has one more squat too. Yeah, I agree with both. It was a little bit hard on the headpin on that last frame on lanes 1 and 2 for Nico. It didn't pay out well. Sometimes you just hit that same spot and you just leave the 3-pin or the 3-6. In this case, it was the 3-6, 4-7. And after some strikes, yeah, I lost a few pins over there. Anyway, let me find where is Nico now. It's 5 and 6. We said it's a little bit of a demanding pair. 9 spare, 9 spare, strike 9 spare. At least he's staying out of any trouble, which is good news. We cannot say the same for Kyle. Strike, open frame, strike, open frame. And now it's 8. 8 spare for Kyle. So he's 24 under on this game after 5 frames. And we're going to have to see what is going to be his next adjustment on lane 20. For those who were not there watching, I remind you, he left the 4-9 on his first shot on lane 20. He was a little bit deep in the pocket. On the next shot, I believe there was a small adjustment. The ball was a little bit short in the pocket, so it was the 2-8-10. We're going to have to see what's his next move on that lane 20 and see if he can manage to find a way to overcome the difficulties over there. Back to lane 5 and 6 with our squad leader, Nico Oksanen, taking a shot on lane 6. Oh, that's an ugly 7-pin. He made quite a good shot. He hit the pocket with a lot of power, but the carry was not as beautiful as we wished. But it's looking pretty solid. It's looking pretty good, consistent, hitting the pocket, and that should allow him to do okay for this game as well. Tom Tom Ben, tons of big splits and 3-6-10s. Yes, as we've been talking about in during the week, it's the pattern is quite demanding. There is definitely not much room outside board number 10. You don't want to bowl that far to the corners because the lane is not giving you much room. If you miss out, you're gonna be on the not on the gutter. Well, on the gutter if you miss a lot, but if you miss a little bit, it's not gonna work. And on the top of it, since everybody's bowling a little bit deeper, if you miss in, you're gonna hit the traffic, so the ball's gonna overhook. On the other hand, since everybody's bowling quite deep inside and they're moving in pretty early in the squad, some of them are moving deeper than 20 even during the warm-up. What's end up happening is that you run out of lane, you run out of room, and it's a demanding pattern. It needs you to have the right touch. We see a lot of young bowlers lately scraping the ball very strong. They got used to that strong action with the hand because they bowl a lot of urethane. But this pattern is it's the opposite of that. You don't want to produce the overcreeping. You don't want to give that extra power. It's completely unnecessary. On the contrary, you just want to let the ball do the job for you. You just want to let the ball slide on the lane and let the ball be the one going forward and just grabbing some hook at the end. And it's not many people who are accustomed to do that anymore. We see a lot of people trying to maybe loft, maybe make the ball go faster, but it's not really working. The only one who managed to do that unbelievably good, it was Nate Purchase. And Trevor, for example, yesterday when he shot 1444, when I did the interview, that's exactly what he was explaining. My wrist was a lot weaker. I wasn't trying to give any reps to the ball. The only thing I was trying to focus on is let the ball go longer on the lane, let the ball go forward, and don't overdo anything, don't overdo with the muscles. Just become a little bit more consistent and stay awake on the moves. Then, if you have been following, when we had different PBA bowlers sitting down with us on the streaming, Andrew Anderson, Frankie Lavoie, uh, Ryan Barnes yesterday, same with Matisse Blanchette from Canada, everyone said the same thing. You need to do big moves. As soon as you get into a new pair, it doesn't matter if you have a very high score already in the pocket. When you see some changes and you need to adjust, the 2-on-1 and stuff like that isn't working. You need to do bigger moves. So I believe that's the reason why we are witnessing so many splits and gutters and balls directly into the corner. It's not an easy pattern, but um, as I said from day one, the pattern is what it is when the machine has just left it on the lanes. As soon as the warm up starts, the pattern starts evolving. The pattern is going to be whatever we do with it, with our bowling balls and the way we approach it. And that's the big and major reason why is so much difference from one pair to the next pair to the next pair. Because everybody on those pairs is having a different strategy, using different balls, using different lines. They have different rep rates and stuff like that. So obviously the pattern is going to have a different evolution on every single pair you go on, and that makes it even a little bit harder than it already is on fresh. But as I said on my Instagram in the morning, we had the game of 299 when the pattern was fresh, and so maybe it's not that the pattern is so hard, but we make it a little bit harder with our decisions on the lanes. No, no, I don't want to run the lanes, especially since I found out this morning that the Atlas machine is about 400 pounds. My two double hernia and the lower disc wouldn't be so happy if I had to put that machine up and down. Maybe I could afford to do it a couple of times for one day, but definitely not 10 days in a row, 5 times a day. Not for me. You need to be a young, strong guy like Christian Jonas. Tom and Ben, 247s for the lefties, unless you're Santo. Yeah, Santo is another real funny guy. Let me tell you, he's been around. We haven't met for a couple of years, but it's always fun when we meet again. I met Santo the first time in the Leanderson Christmas event in Mura, right before he went to the PBA. I have never seen him bowl before. When I saw him bowling, I was like, my God, this guy can bowl. Um, we ended up that tournament at the Leanderson. We did exactly the same score on the final. We advanced a couple of steps on the final, and on the third step, we were both out by one pin. For me, it was even more frustrating because on that last 12 frame, I only needed 8, but I just had hit the headpin a little bit too deep, so I moved a little bit to try to get the strike. I missed the headpin on the right, and I left the 1, 2, 4, 7. So I was out. And that event for me was very special. I would have liked to go even a little bit further because it was Lee Anderson's event. My big brother, he just passed away a few days before that event. So, but I did quite okay. I was happy with my performance over there. And as I was saying, I had a lot of fun meeting Santu and getting to know him. Great guy, great bowler, and a lot of fun to be around with him. So focusing back on the scoring, let's see. Nico, we said he was bowling on lane 5 and 6, which is quite demanding pair, and he's doing more than okay, I would say. 9 spare strike, 9 spare, 9 spare double, and yet the ninth and the 10th frame to carry on increasing his scoring pace. Kyle Trapp on lane 19 and 20 is fighting as hard as he can to save the game and try to go for a little bit of recovery. He had the 4-9 on lane 20, and right after that he had the 2-8-10. That carried a little bit of anger into lane 19 where he was striking, and then he didn't strike on the 5th frame. But then he struck on the 20, then he left a solid 10, but then he struck again. He's got a double. He's now shooting the 10th frame on lane 20, looking to strike out and still make the par on this game. A beautiful shot for Kyle. So one more strike is going to get the 206. Let me see who else is doing okay. Robin Norberg from Sweden. He was 40 over. Let me find Robin over there, and I will let you know. Robin. Oh, Robin is having a little bit of issues on lane 13 and 14. That's 4 open frames for Robin, so he needs to strike out for a game of 169. It would drop him down to only 9 over. So it's not good news really for Robin. Now let me find the Finnish guy, Thomas Keiko. I keep trying, but it's not easy to say that name the right way. So Thomas, maybe I should say Thomas K. That would be easier, right? Let me find Thomas. Let's see where he's bowling at the moment. I've lost him. 3 and 4, he needs to strike out to save the par. He started with the strike 5-3-9-0, and yeah, if he strikes out, it's going to be a game of 201. So he would remain at 36, 37 over. Not the best. Kyle Trupp, lane 20, looking to strike again to save the 200 game. Let's see what Kyle can do. He nailed that one. He definitely nailed that one. He got down on his knees after he released the ball, so he was really looking to save that one. And that was a wonderful shot and strike for Kyle Trapp on lane 19 and 20. Surviving the issues. So a couple of splits on lane 20, but after that, he struck every single shot on that lane. So that proves how good these guys are, even if the lanes put them into their limits. Now, back to 5 and 6. We're going to follow our squad leader, Nico Oksanen. If Nico strikes out on the 10th frame, he's going to go all the way up to 237. That would put him with 214 over, which is pretty high. Tom Ben, when you said softer touch is needed to score, unless you are Santu, he is all the power all the time. But let me tell you, Santu can do it as well. I mean, he's probably very good at lofting the ball, but so I see him Santu ball a few times also on fresh, and he can really be a little bit smoother. Maybe it's not his A game, but also Santo is a young bowler. He's not 40. It's definitely from today's generation. He's got used to this scraping the ball and giving a lot of power and reps. I've really enjoyed the commentary all week, and thank you for the insights. Oh, thank you for the kind words. It's my pleasure. Actually, it's a lot of fun, especially maybe not when I'm talking on only just by myself. It's a little bit too early in the morning. We cannot really ask the PBA guys to to wake up early and come and talk. If they wake up early, it's because they still have to bowl. Like in this case, we can see Kyle Trupp fighting there on the lanes. But I'm having a lot of fun, and as I said before, I truly appreciate when you guys are talking back, so I don't feel so lonely in this room. And yeah, I'm trying to explain what I see, and hopefully, if there is some amateur bowlers over there watching and listening, that they don't have that much knowledge and they want to try to understand what goes on and why we do things one way or the other. If I can help them to understand a little bit better, that makes me happy as well. 5 and 6, Nico. He managed to strike the 10th. Is he going to strike on the 11th? Yes, he does. Super powerful. The pins are exploding and flying every direction over there. Another strike for Nico Oksanen. He's going. Oh, sorry, buddy. He's going all the way for a 237 if he strikes again, and 214 over after 5. Now I'm gonna ask again our buddy in the chat, Lobo. To me, you already told me that Nico with 977, he had 1 pin more than Trevor Hutt in the first 4 games. You also mentioned that Trevor shot 468 on the last 2. Nico is on his way after a 237. I don't really remember what Trevor had after 5, but yeah, it's looking like Nico wants to take that spot from Trevor. Um, we're going for the magic number again. So 12-14 after 5 games for Nico Oksanen. 12-14. That is unbelievable. I'm still on anyway, right? Yeah, yeah, so I can keep on talking. Yeah, wait, it's they're doing a little bit of stuff with the computer. I was just making sure I didn't have to be quiet. You know, it's not easy to be quiet. Uh, okay, Caltreb, 1066. Kyle needs a high game on the last one. He needs perhaps a 240, so he puts himself above 100 par. That should be enough to make it into the final. It's only 3 squats after this one. Uh, Definitely, it's not going to be 150 over. It doesn't look like it's going to be 130 over. Ryan said 1295 yesterday, I believe he said. I think he said 1295. It's 9 pins more than what we have now on the cut, but to be honest, there's a lot of bowlers on that 20, 30 pins. It's a lot of positions to be jumping in or jumping out. So we will have to wait till the end of the day to find out what's the magic number. Um, the scores are going to get updated pretty soon because we are starting the last game, but there is a couple of bowlers still ending the previous one. And as soon as we have everything, I'll give you the updates. Let's see, we have more people talking now. Nico going to 1 and 2. Uh, I think not. I think he's gonna bowl in. He, he's gonna bowl where he started. I believe it would be 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Give me a second. Yeah, it's 9, 10, lane 9 and 10 for Nico on this last game of the squad. Let me see who else is asking. Yoni Magnuson, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Yoni. Appreciate the words. Per Krumlinde, what do Nico do better than the others? Striking. He's striking a lot more than the others. Um, I don't know. To be honest, it's a very similar approach for many bowlers. It's not that he's inventing the wheel. He's not bowling in a very different spot on the lane. Um, it's probably just being a little bit more consistent. He just found his tempo, his rhythm. He started with a 299 game that probably gave him a lot of peace of mind for the rest of the squad. And besides that, Nico is a world-class bowler. He's got a lot of talent. He's been successful before. He's been doing very good for quite some time. So yeah, that is true as well. When he was bowling on fresh, he had a completely polished ball right from the beginning. Uh, that's putting him on that spot we've been saying from the very beginning. You don't want to have strong covers. You definitely don't want to have any surface on the ball, and maybe that's a combination of a few factors. Number one, he's super good and super talented. Number two, he's bowling super consistent. Number three, he had the right balls on the hand. Number four, he was on the right spot on the lane. And number five, he's been quite awake to do the right movements over and over again. So as you see, it's quite many factors in today's game. It's not only about technique. You need the technique. You need the right spot on the lane, so lane reading. You need the right ball on the hand, so understand your equipment, and you need the proper mental setting. So bowling is a lot more than just making a good shot or having a lot of reps or having a lot of power. If you really want to be a super good bowler, successful, you need to master many, many different things on the game. Okay, scores have updated after 5 games. We are back and we have been seeing pretty much every day. At the moment, is only 9 bowlers above par. Uh, Ninth is Gary Haynes from United States with 1001, so he needs a 300 to go in, even through the turbo or through the squad. But and he's not. He's got a nice burst to 290, but maybe 290 could be on the turbo. Uh, Eighth position for Jonas Dons, Denmark, 17 over. Seventh is Ronnie Leskinen, 1020. Sixth is Thomas McNeil, 1024. Number 5, Thomas K. So I don't make it wrong. Thomas Keiko. Keiko. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna give you guys my phone number. The Finnish guys on the chat. I'm gonna give you my phone number so you can send me an audio through WhatsApp, or you can find me on Facebook. Luis Montforife. That's LLUIS. I'm gonna say it again. LLUIS. My surname is Montfort, so Montfort, Montfort. And second one, it's easier. It's Rife, so Rife. And you can send me an audio through Messenger explaining how to say his name properly, and then I'm gonna do my best to do it as soon as I get any audio letting me know how to how to pronounce Thomas K. Cake. As soon as they try to make me say it better, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So I'm gonna go back to Thomas K or Thomas Kaiko. Uh, Fifth position, 25 over. Number 4, we find Czech Republic, Michel Mares or Michael Mares, 1054. Now onto the podium, Anton Andersson is on the third place with 1061. Kyle Trupp is on second position, 1066. And the leader of the squad, bowling a league of his own, it's Nico Oksanen with 1214. Now, Nico is back on where he started. I said it was somewhere 9, 10, 11, 12, so it has to be 9, 10, spare strike. Kyle Trupp bowling on lanes 15 and 16. Kyle is 66 over, so he definitely needs a 240 game at least, I would say, or a high 239. And he started with the front 3. Let's see what he does on lane 15. Is he going to get the 4th one? Yeah, that was a little bit deep inside. He missed a little bit in, but an easy spare for him, just the 6 and the 10. It's about patience. Take the spare and start all over again. Do some more striking and carry on, carry on, carry on, like if nothing really mattered. Freddie Mercury, that was quite the voice, definitely. It's been 34 years since Freddie Mercury passed away. Looks like they need a lot of good singers in heaven. It's more good singers in heaven than we have down here. This is becoming hell with Bad Bunny and all these motherfuckers now that you listen to them and it's like, what the hell is going on? Let me tell you, on my DJ career, I had a couple of these guests in my nightclub. And when I had my, my heads on, listening to how they really sing, you need a couple of aspirins after that. They really are terrible nowadays on the way they're singing. So go grab a vinyl and put some older music. It's gonna make your ears are gonna be a little bit more thankful. But Bunny, actually, the other day I had a message from a colleague, DJ colleague, and he said to me, "This week I have to wake up very early, so I just decided to put a Bad Bunny song as my alarm clock, and now my body makes sure I wake up before the alarm sounds." Yeah, you know me, back on track. It feels like, what time is it already? It's like 10:39 in the morning here in Sweden. Finally, Red Bull is kicking in my brain. I'm starting to feel a little bit more chatty, a little bit more positive. Yeah, the humor is back. My sense of humor is back, and that's the way it is. I mean, we have Christian Jonas here having a lot of fun. He's laughing. I mean, if I were you, I would be laughing myself as well. I mean, getting paid for just pressing one button is like unbelievable. It's a lot of bitching. Just a couple more days, and then you can go home and yeah, rest. You don't have to. You probably don't have to see me in 1 year again. So you're gonna be pretty happy. A long vacation. You need a very long rest after a week with me, and this one has been even longer. It's 10 days. We've been twice this year. Yeah, this summer must be terrific for you. And people talking about the fires in Greece and Spain, but you had to be for a couple of weeks twice with me in just a period of 2 months. Okay, week 10 for Kyle on lane 16. It looks like he didn't really like the shot, but nine spare, keep going. It's still a lot of frames to go. Kyle needs probably 240 game for 106 over. That should be enough for the cat. You know, I'm gonna make a new prediction. Actually, I'm Spanish, so I just realized I said 150 over, and I wanted to say 105. I misplaced the numbers. Now it makes more sense. Yeah, 105 over. We're gonna see Nico in lane 9 and 10. He keeps bowling on his own league. Seven spare, actually a seven split spare, and then three bagger or three in a row, triple, turkey, call it whatever you want. But he's doing okay. He's striking a lot. He's bowling unbelievable. I'm gonna let you know again his scores: 299, 189, 267, 222, 237, 214 over par at the moment, and trying to catch Trevor, or even trying to get on the top of the leading board. Yeah, if he strikes out, he's gonna be on the 1500. That is gonna be unbelievable. And one thing is for sure, if he stops bowling right now, he's already in the final. He doesn't need to make any other shot. Yeah, you jinxed him. Yeah, see, he's not the only one. I'm not the only one making people's life harder. Well, actually, you're making a lot of people's life hard this week. Let's see if Nico is as good on sparing as he's been doing on striking. That's one of my least favorite spares. Damn boy shot. I always happen to put the pin number one around the 10. It's not that I don't hit the spot that I'm looking for, but I never get that spare. I always go around the 10. Yeah, yesterday I was suggested to bowl a six-pounder. Uh, tell you what, I like. Yeah, Nico is a good bowler. You see, he just did the spur the same way I do. The head pin went around the 10. That is so annoying when that happens. I tell you, it's. Have you guys at Kegel studied that spur? Why is it happening that the head pin goes so much around the 10? No, no jokes now. Now, really.
I think we would have to ask the coaches at the training center. See what I think it has to do a lot with angles, the way you attack.
The head pin? I figured out it had to be something like that, as I was telling yesterday when I was head coach in Mora and bowling the Swedish National League. For them, since the Swedish people bowls really good, I had to practice some on my own. And I did a lot of practice on that washout because that happens to me very often. That I go around with the head pin, I go around the 10, and I tried different ways of throwing it. I strike ball, try to hook it, spare, regular spare, like when I usually try to spare the one and the two, even sparing from a lot further left. But whatever I tried, it wasn't functioning. But I'm not a good bowler anymore, so that could be the reason as well. Katra, where are you? Lane 15 and 16. Triple, spare, spare, strike. Um, yeah, definitely Kyle needs at least a full bagger to put himself on the scoring pace of the 240, and that that should be enough for him to make it into the final. So it should be a little bit more people on the streaming channel at the moment in YouTube. If you guys have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. It's 100% free. It's going to help the algorithm on YouTube be very nice to us, so we can keep on doing a lot of broadcasting of the best bowling in the planet for free. And that is pretty much what we all want: be able to see the best bowlers in action and not having to subscribe for a paying fee, monthly fee, stuff like that. Lobotomy, Caro Saloma spared the 2-4-10 on the same lane as Nico. I really did not see because I'm watching a little bit everywhere, trying to follow the action. I see Karo Hilokoski strikes pair 5 in a row. Back into watching Kyle Trupp on lane 15. He likes the ball. He likes the ball. Oh, 4-pin. So 37-57. Kyle's going to need to pretty much strike out, or at least put the 8, the 9th, and the 10 for a 237 game. If he makes a 237 game, or in that case, if it's only one, it should be 236. Let me see the numbers. 66 and 36. That would be 102 over, and that would be quite risky, quite on the edge. So probably Kyle needs to strike out. Lane 15, another beautiful strike for Alex Yoki. It's some people doing some strikes, but since their scoring pace wasn't that high, their only option is to go for the turbo, and it looks like nobody is able to get any turbo yet. Nobody's able to do 279 or more. We only had Caro on lane 16. He was on a scoring pace of 280, but he just left the 28. So it's not going to be for him. And now on lane 15, Kyle Trupp, moment of truth. He needs to strike out. Oh my, he tripped the 2-pin forward. It looks like somebody pulled a string over there. It felt to me like it was even a little bit deeper on that shot. It felt like it was a little bit deeper, definitely a lot harder. The ball was quite straight in the angles, not covering many boards. But he got the strike, which is what he needed, and it's what's important. He has the 9th and the 10th frame to go. He really needs to strike out to go all the way to 13-12, 13-13. And that should be enough to make it into the final. See how it goes. 13:02, I think it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a little bit short. But 13:10, 13:12, 13:13, that should be enough. It's going to be a lot of bowlers in that very small range of pins. We're getting close to the end of this first squad. Second squad is going to start 12 o'clock in the morning. We will carry on with streaming. Obviously, we're going to be doing every single squad, and I'm going to keep on talking to you guys on the next 3 squads of the day. We're going to go on for as long as we have energy. Motivation is strong, so I appreciate you guys keep on talking on the chat and being part of the show. We couldn't do anything without you guys, so don't hesitate and keep on talking and keep asking questions. Keep letting us know what your thoughts are. I see we have some more people coming to us. Mike Jux, I appreciate what you're doing, Luis. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Have a great day yourself. It's going to be quite interesting over here. The only problem I have in the streaming booth is I need to put my head from time to time because these guys are, you know, Scandinavia. They love the snow. They love the ice. So they have the air condition so powerful. I freeze my ass. But that's the only issue. Everything else is unbelievable. We have amazing food. We have bunch of good bowlers in and out of the booth. A lot of good bowlers on the lanes. The scoring and I would say the nerves to see who makes it into the final, who's going to drop out of the final. That also makes it super interesting. And then I have everyone over there on the chat talking to us and being part of the show. Everything it's fun, everything it's cool. So we're going to keep on going. Um, Kyle Trupp, lane 16, ninth frame. He really needs to get this one. He really needs to get this strike. If he doesn't strike now, it drops down to 1290, and then he's going to have to bowl again. Let's see what Kyle manages to do. It's walking down, walking back, walking down again, and perfect strike. Unbelievable shot by Kyle Trupp. That was a perfect one. Still alive, still breathing. The heart hasn't stopped yet. 10th frame. Just 3 shots to go for Kyle. If he makes a couple of strikes more, that would open up the window. That would open up the door. He would have like at least 1.5 foot on the final on cut number one. The bad news for him is going to have to wake up early again because the first step is at 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, he probably has another squad or maybe even 2 to go. He arrived a little bit later on the week. We will find out. We will find out as soon as we are done. We will check it out. So we give you a little bit of deeper and more information on squad number 2. Our squad leader, Nico Oksanen, 124 on the 6th frame, 9 spare on the 7. He still has frame 8, 9, 10 to increase a little bit that scoring pace. But he's still on over par on this game, so he would remain above 200 over. It could go all the way. If he doesn't do any more than strike spare, he would end up with 14-18, which is also a super amazing score. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, so he actually could go all the way to 130. He just shot. Yeah, I didn't see that he was taking a shot on 10. Yeah, he's got the 4, 6, 10. I don't even think he's gonna try to spare. Just take a couple of pins. So it's gonna put him on 149, and then he needs a triple for the 209 by the end of this game. That would put him on 1423. But he's got the job done. I mean, it's also probably that his intensity, mental intensity, has dropped down a little bit. Once you get the job done, especially when you start bowling that early in the morning, it's like, okay, I'm in the final. I'm already on step 2 with a 1400 series, so you can give up a little bit. I need to spare a couple of shots for 1404. You see, we set the number and everything goes down, yeah. Zizin, will Nico be able to break 1400? I believe he's gonna do. I believe he's gonna do. As I was just talking about, maybe he's relaxed a little bit at the moment. It was like, job is done. Oh, yeah, we missed the action on lane 15. There was a short to the pocket for Kyle. He left the 2-4. It's an easy spare, but that's going to give him only a 225 with spare strike. And that's going to be 1291. That's 5 pins higher than the current cut, but it's definitely going to leave him too close to the edge. And yeah, and Kyle and Nico are going to increase a little bit the cut as well. So we will have to see where the cut is after this squat. Spare for Kyle. But he's definitely going to have to bowl again to try to increase that score. It's a bunch of good bowlers who have yet not managed to score high enough, but they could do at any moment. People like A.J. Johnson. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Christian Jonas on 3 and 4. We have been paying so much attention to Nico and Kyle, we forgot about Anton Andersson, Swedish bowler. 1,061. Bowling on lanes 3 and 4. He's got 9 spare, double, 9 spare, 9 spare, and triple. Takes the shot. Oh, he's got the 2-8. That's a 226 pace at the moment, but he could still make 3 more on the 10th. And he would actually, if he triples on the 10, he's going to be just above Kyle. Kyle is ending with 1291 for Kyle. And Anton Anderson could end it up with, a ver, 86, 36, 36, 70, 1297 for Anton Anderson. And that's not going to be happy news for Kyle. Good spare for Anton Anderson. Takes the 2-8. It's not easy, especially that late in the squad. It's not one of those easy spares. Oh, just a few frames to end the squad. Back to Nico. He shot a good strike on the 9th. So he probably can find a way to double on the 10th and try to get the 210 on this last game and be happy with a 1420 over there. Okay, Kyle Trupp, 1291. It looks like he's going to be either second or third on this squad. Now everything is on, well, as we say in Spain, the ball is on Anton Anderson's roof. That's the Spanish sentence we use. More or less, it means that now everything is on Anton Anderson's hand. If Anton Anderson does a double, it's going to be above Kyle. At the moment, I still believe 1297, which is the highest that Anton Anderson could go, could be not enough. It looks like it's going to be above 1300. But we have to wait and see. We will find out more at the end of the squad. Now, lane 3 and 4, Anton Anderson. Important shot for him. Oh, 4-pin. That was quite a good attempt. So that's a deep breath for Kyle Trupp. Anton Anderson is not going to score higher than him. Anton Anderson's going to shoot 1285, 1286 with a spare and a strike. And our squad leader, Nico Oksanen, 7 spare on the 10th frame, so he's going to shoot 1400. That was a strike for Nico. 1404. So that means we got our second 1400 squad on the week. First one was Trevor. Now we have Nico. And it was an amazing performance by Nico. So it's not only that he shot 299 on game 1, but he bowled 220 average on the next 5. 100 over on the games 2 to 6. Anton Anderson is paired the 4th pin. He's going for the 12th frame. And he shoots 1286. 1286 was already the cut at the moment. And since Kyle Trapp shot 91 over and Nico 200 over, it's not going to be enough for Anton Anderson. Very, very, very good squad. He's been fighting all day. It just was a little bit low on the first couple of games, 197, 185. Nobody else shooting that high. I see Gary Haynes, 1223. Jonas Donst, 1217. 1226 for Mario Del Gaudio. 1212 for Thomas McNeil. And everybody else is a little bit lower than that. A very good squad for Jamie Hickey from Gibraltar. He shot 1,084. Yeah, it may not sound very high, but this kid is just starting to bowl real bowling. It's his first big event, and he's only used to those Spanish and Southern Europe super easy patterns. So great job for Jamie. Congratulations, buddy. Now everything is over. I have to go out there and make an interview with the squad leader, Nico Oksanen. Unbelievable. Great job. Congratulations for him. And everybody who is on the chat, we will be back with the next squad starting 12 o'clock. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.